Good morning, people. Welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. Nice and early for you. I've been up since about 5 a.m. Hope you're all right. Smash me a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and of course, hit that notification bell. We've had two early updates this morning, both from Fabrizio Romano. First one being on Manor Solomon, second one being on Rodrigo Muniz. So Fabrizio Romano reports that Manor Solomon could leave in the final weeks of the window. That could be one maybe Leeds will look at. He goes on to say with La Liga and Premier League clubs calling in recent days, it wouldn't surprise me if one of them was Leeds United because we're scraping the barrel at this point. Movement started with Spurs aware of interest. It's clear that he's not part of Spurs' plans. I don't think he was even in the squad for the tour and stuff, so he's not going to be staying there. I don't know if he got an injury, did he, didn't he? I'm not too sure. But what's clear is he's going to be on the move. Leeds United could look at the end of the day, as the manager has maintained, we are weaker. We are weaker than with Manor Solomon, right? Like he was, I mean, what was his actual numbers last season? I'm just having a look. I just want to check his numbers from last season just to see what he actually put up. 10 goals, 12 assists. So he got 22 G&A. 22 G&A while he was at Leeds United. Admittedly, it was in the Championship. So he's 22 G&A in 30 starts, 39 games overall. Has Premier League experience at Spurs. Admittedly, he only started 2 games, played 5, but then got injured. Within that time, he got 2 assists. And at Fulham, he got 4 goals in 4 starts. He got not one of them 4, but he got 1 against us in the Cup as well. So he does know where the back of the net is. He does know how to create chances, especially with the way Leeds United play. What I will say for Solomon, though, maybe in transition, he might not be as effective as, say, Dan James on the right. That's why maybe we look, somewhere else. But would I bemoan Solomon coming back to the football club? The answer's no. The answer's no. I wouldn't mind it, After Pie Show, I was like, nah, I think we can do better. Now I look here and I go, okay, yeah, let's take it. You know me, my guy, Josh Sargent, scored again last night. I know not everyone's feeling it. I put a tweet out last night. My God, some people, jealous motherfuckers. People are convinced I'm on the payroll of the club as well, by the way, which is hilarious. To think that I have the power to push an agenda within a fan base that will make the club go, all right, well, we'll sign Solomon because Joe said he's good on Twitter. They're fucking living in a total different world if they think that. Just to clarify, I work with fanatics, not with the football club. Fanatics, not with the football club. Okay? And these people followed me as well, but I blocked them now, so they don't have to follow me anymore. But if you are that annoyed by my tweets and my opinions, why are you following me? You'll be watching now. I know you're watching now. I don't get money from the club. I get money from fanatics. But don't be jealous, okay? That's all I ask of you. Don't be jealous and let it come out from faceless accounts. Chat to me in person. Contact me privately off your own account and we can talk about it. And I'll explain to you how fanatics works, yeah? But anyway, we move. All good. With Solomon arrival, where does that leave Jack Harrison and Larger? There's no guarantee. There's no guarantee that we're after Solomon, right? But the reports are out there from Romano, who is tier 1 source, of course, who says this. Manor Solomon could leave, which he will, in the final weeks of the window with La Liga and Premier League clubs. In recent days, movement started with Spurs aware of interest. So that's out there. We shall see what happens on the back of that. Do we think Leeds United could be one of them clubs? It's probably highly likely. But for all we know, Solomon might fancy a move abroad. I don't think Solomon has emotional ties to Leeds United in terms of, like, I want to return there, like we saw from Joe Rodon, for example, who turn down Premier League moves to come to the Championship. I don't think Solomon has that, if I'm honest. He doesn't strike me as that type of character. Otherwise, surely we would already be getting a deal. Listen, a deal would have been done, I believe, if we wanted it and he wanted it. It'd be easy to do, right? He was here last year. We had terms last year. Boom, 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 bing, bang, bosh. You know. So yeah. God, I hope we sell Jack Harrison. He's awful. I don't agree, like Jason, but I understand people's opinion. We won't sell him, I don't think. The fact that the manager has singled him out for discussion in post-match interviews, the fact that he's had a special... Just look at it logically, so then people aren't frustrated, I guess. But, like, for me, he played in Germany and received, like, special focus from the manager on a number of occasions, right? Then we go Ellen Road and he doesn't play me as an injury all of a sudden. Then he gives him some minutes off the bench against Dart in Dublin, sorry. He's here to stay. The fact that he's on the charm offensive, the fact that he's staying around after the match, shaking hands, he's applauding. I think he's here to stay. So, yeah, his little stutter does nothing but lets teams get... I disagree. If that was the case, Jason, managers wouldn't play him. But it is what it is. Like, I don't mind him. And I think he'll do a job for us. I'd like to think last week of window, when dominoes start to fall into place, we're bang on it and we have 4 or 5 in. I hope so. We can't sell Jack or money others right now until we strengthen. That's a good point as well, Rysel. But I don't think we sell Jack anyway. Who do you think we'll end up with as fullback cover? I don't have the answers, mate. I wish I did. I wish I did. I wish I did, man. So the facts are, like, you know, with the Muniz, we're going to speak about Muniz now in just a sec. Like, someone responded to it and put, at Wayman Joe's been telling he's coming to Leeds all summer. Right? What's your point? What's your point? Because I did think he would. Because the club have told me to be confident. And then you'll notice over the past few weeks, this person obviously doesn't watch. Because I haven't been saying that, have I? If you watch me regularly. But it's like, oh, so what's the point? I said he would come, he isn't. What's the point? I don't understand the point. Do you have one? You said we'd win, right? We didn't. That's another one. You said we'd win, though. Well, I'm not the football god, unfortunately. I apologise. What's bottom price on Harrison? I don't know, mate. I don't, like I say, I don't think we'll sell Wicked Art. I think I'd be very surprised if we were to sell. It looks like the club are forfeiting the first 3 games. I don't think that's happening, is it, mate? I think we'll beat Everton. I still stand by that. I think we'll beat them. This is the other update that we have from Fabrizio Romano. Atalanta are confident to get Rodrigo Muniz deal over the line as Fulham talks are advancing. Muniz is keen on the move to Serie A with negotiations underway. Now, what I would say in response to this, I do take this one with a pinch of salt, and I know it's coming from Fabrizio Romano. I just think, obviously, Atalanta could well be using him as a tool, if that makes sense. It happens. There's people done videos on it. We were told that they were trying to get him. We know that. But I'm not sure it's as close as he said. Now, that doesn't give me confidence, by the way. I don't think we get him. I don't. There's suitors elsewhere. We did get this late last night or afternoon. I did a video on it with JC from Fulhamish. But Zinny Boswell, this was before the Romano tweet, of course. He says, Leeds United staying patient despite Atlanta interest and Fulham reluctance to sell. He remains our top target, but the 24-year-old is keen to explore Atalanta move. If Fulham sign a replacement, it could open the door for the exit. Like, at the end of the day, I think we need to move on to target number 2. Because the player can be saying, yeah. But obviously he's going to say, yeah, because the Atalanta deal might not go through, just like Paixão did us. And yeah, staying patient FC. We've been turned down by every single fucking striker in Italy. Muniz is going elsewhere. We haven't managed to get Bilal El Khanous over the line, which is apparently we've had 2 meetings. Maybe third time lucky. I don't know. Big up DJ Daz. They're staying patient and there's wasting time. Listen, I don't mind staying patient if the optics look like we're not going to get him anywhere. Does that make sense? So if there's no talk of Atalanta and Rodrigo Muniz is saying, I want the Leeds move, right? Stay patient because Fulham eventually will fold, right? But that's the point, isn't it? All we're seeing is it going the other way? Is it going the Paixão way? So I do think we need to move on, like Lucas says there. And at the end of the day, I think the price they want for him's too much. It is too much. He's a good player. He's a very good player. We spoke to JC yesterday, who'll give us a really good rundown on him. But we can't get away from the fact that just 3 seasons ago, he was at Middlesbrough and he couldn't get a kick. He started 9 games, scored 2 goals. Now, of course, in 23-24, he had a very profitable end to the season. And he scored like 7 goals on the spin. And then last season, didn't go as planned. He played 31 times, but only started 8 games. But he still got 8 goals. I get he's a good player, but I don't think he's worth what they want for him. Like Lucas said, at the end of the day, was back up to Raul Jimenez. The reason they want so much as well, JC told us that Flamengo have a 20% sell-on clause. So that's going to take a big chunk of any money that Fulham get in for him as well. So the fact that they want such a big fee, which is questionable anyway, and then you've also got competition in the shape of Atalanta, just not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good. Blinky Fish, I'm with you, mate. I'm with you. I spoke to Wolfie. He feels exactly the same because they're not having a great window. I spoke to Joe. I spoke to Jack. They feel exactly the same. I just want it to be done now because we had like a week. No, we've had longer than that, but we had that week we got like Longstaff, Stack, Perry, boom, boom, boom. Then since then, it's been brutal. Honestly, it's been brutal. And yeah, it's frustrating to say the least. 100%, mate. But we have to hope that it gets sorted, Jamie, don't we? That's all we've got is hope and faith. And history shows us they've not let us down. In January they have, regardless of if it's going up. Still think they did. Season before, same. Only bringing in Connor Roberts. But in the summer, they've not. So, yeah. Just looking at the latest news, Leeds have taken the most concrete steps to sign Bilal El Khanous from Leicester. Apparently, we've offered a weekly salary of 50 grand a week and held talks with his reps. Leeds are planning to pay the 24.5 million. Leeds see El Khanous as a long-term investment to boost their technical quality and depth in midfield. I'd love to know where that's come from, but I'm going to have a look for that. Because that'll probably be team talk and that, so we can actually just kibosh it. But I'm reading that. One sec. So it's caught offside. Caught offside, which is a bullshit. Oh, is that where it... Well, if that's where it's come from, you might as well just turn it off. Bilal El Khanous from Leicester comes from a report by Caught Offside. Specifically, it states that Leeds have taken the most concrete steps, offering him 50 grand a week, which I think's Peanuts. I'd love to know what he's on. I'm going to find that out now. I say it's peanuts, but you know what I mean? It's all relative. I'm going to find out for you now. One sec. Oh, club Leicester. Let's have a look. 35 grand a week. Okay. Fair. What makes you think people? No, I never said that, bro. I never said that. Unless you're speaking to someone in the chat. I said that. I said exactly that. That there's no guarantees. So if you just go back, I don't know if this is Michael or Craig, but big up. I think with Craig maybe. Good morning, Joe. What I don't like is that any player. Yeah, I know. This is true. But any manager in there worth their salt should be like this, I think. Off the bench, I guess it's more of a wild card, but I also agree with you. It's not great. And listen, Farker must be pulling his hair out. Genuinely. Or maybe the recruitment team are, because they keep offering him players and he says no. I don't know. But someone is pulling the hair out. If I had any, it would be out. Reason being, I think that is Jamie, is because I set it up and then go live straight away. I very rarely, unless it's like a panel show or whatever, plan it in advance. Does that make sense? So I got up, news came. I thought, oh, there's 2 bits of news there. I'll set it up and go live. So that's probably why you don't get the notification fed, because I set it up like 5 minutes and then I go. Do you know what I mean? I don't wait about. Whereas if it's a watch along, it's preset. If it's a live show, it's preset. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, well, that's the thing. But yeah, caught offside's about as good as me as a source. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, but listen, I don't know, Woody. More power to him, and a lot of people obviously back him and that. But he's given us a lot of names, hasn't he? Yeah, but Woody, yeah, but it's the same as anything. It's the same as anything. This is the thing with transfers. You get told bits. No one really has a clue other than the people involved. You know? So, but yeah, listen. Demirovic would be amazing. He's still there. No one's moved for him. So, big up, mate. Legend. Make sure you follow the account, folks. The All Leeds TV podcast. Got full faith. We'll get the right players. Yes, agreed. I don't know how reliable that is, but it wouldn't surprise me. Oh, the fan base will have a meltdown. Genuinely, large parts of it. Yeah, agreed. But we will, though. That's what I'm saying. If we don't, oh, that's bad. Muniz alternatives. Burkhardt at Mainz, Dovvig at Roma. Dovvig wants to stay at Roma, Chris. So apparently he's another one who's told us no. That was from Matteo Moretto. I think the manager said he wants to work with him as well. So he's looked at the Leeds project and said no. So, anyone back for Bamford? What do you mean? Is anyone coming for him? No. Solomon was slaughtered at the traps last season. Was he? What do you mean in terms of scoring? I don't think he was. I don't think he was. Maybe you're right though. My memory, as you know, is not the best. I'll double check. You can have a look at individual games. Oh, I best not yawn. That guy might go mad at me. You want to try living where there's seagulls outside your fucking window every day? Wake me up every day. Let's have a look then. Match week 4 is when he first played. He got an assist. And then he didn't get a goal until November, or an assist. So you make a good point, mate. So 31st of August, he got an assist versus Hull in his first game. Was involved against Burnley. Made the error that game, of course, and then we didn't see him for 5 more game weeks because he got injured. Then he came back 23 minutes, odd minutes off the bench, but he didn't then actually get a goal. He got 2 against Swansea on the 24th of November. So there's something in that, mate. Fair plays. Michael, that's what I'm saying. If you're good enough, it is what it is. There you go. There you go. Dave's mentioned it as well. Call me you are cynical. You are cynical. Because these same people told me, sorry, not directed at you, but you may have been one of them. People told me in January, the reason why we're not spending is because we're going to go mad in Prem. Well, if this is mad, I must be insane. It will be. It's just frustrating. The issue is because we've been rejected so much, Farker might not use the new players. After all, they won't be his preferred options. We know we treat who like who, which players. Please don't say Ramazani and Schmidt, please. Harvey Barnes is not coming to Leeds. You're right. He's not. Yeah, I agree with you as well, mate. I do agree with you. Is Farker's presser tomorrow? It'll be Friday, I imagine, with it being a Monday game. We will be there. I'm looking forward to it. You know that it'll be. He'll say it as it is. Say it as it is. Dovvig and El Canoes for 50 million and be done. Again, Dovvig doesn't want to come. Like I say, any striker in Italy just straight away bins us off. Ramazani, Roberts, Anthony. Okay, so Ramazani, you can have a debate over. I just don't think he's good. He's as good as everyone thinks. But I get it. I do get it. So you can have that one. Roberts couldn't get it. He wanted him and also couldn't get in over Gray, and nor should he have, because Gray was quality. Jadon Anthony, don't. What, you want Jadon Anthony to start over Solomon? Over Somerville? Jadon Anthony, come on now, Yorkshireman. He's rubbish. I agree, mate. I do agree. Fuck it, just do Sergeant Solomon. Do you know what? It'd improve us, though, Ryan. It'd improve us. Massively. I was having debate. Listen, I put tweets out. That's 2 in 2 for Sargent. Sign him up. Got a few. And then I just put, I think Sargent's underrated. Oh my God, I got bad. I mute him anyway, but I had a quick look just because I like to block some who've got a bit too personal, you know what I mean? But I thought, I'm only saying he's underrated. That's all. And I do believe that. I do think Sargent is underrated. You know, I was having a debate with Luke. I think I know this, people won't agree with me, but if Sargent comes in, he's our best striker. But it is what it is. That's just my opinion. I think he's the exact profile of striker that we need. Yeah, Tyler, it was mad, wasn't it? It was mad. And I got absolutely battered. People calling me all sorts of names and stuff. And it's like, relax, man. But I just have to go through and block a few people. It doesn't affect me like it used to. And to be honest, I normally mute them. But like, I go, do you know what? I'll just have a quick look just to see what the general consensus is. But my God, this CUNT has never had a good opinion in his life. Wow. Okay. Okay, Jack. But has me blocked. But has me blocked. Don't be mad because you know you're not. Yeah, it is what it is. And all I said was Sergeant. The Sergeant disrespect is insane. That's all I said, which I do believe because I do think he's a good footballer. But to get so much abuse for that's fine. But it comes with the territory, man. It is what it is. Thank you, mate. It is what it is. I'm well aware of this fact. See, football's about opinions. I think he is. But that's just my opinion. You know? A month ago, I wasn't sure about Sargent. Now I think he could be an option. That's just because you're getting like people say you're getting desperate. I actually like people say, "Oh my god, it won't work. Look how I've always maintained. People who watch my channel, I've always maintained Sargent is good, right? I've always said that. You know I have. So this isn't anything new. This isn't anything new. I don't know why he didn't go to Wolfsburg, to be honest. If you're after a right back, try Emil Kraft. He has 1 year left and a solid pro would help Leeds no end. He would. And bro, you can't seriously. Right. Okay. I can seriously because that's what I'm saying, Matt. Ramazani is massively overrated by the fan base. You all think he's the second coming. You all think he's Somerville's level. He's not. He's 24. Same age as many wingers in the Prem. Many wingers. He is overrated by the fan base. I believe this. Ramazani's a good player. He's overrated by the fan base. Sargent is underrated by the majority of fans, in my opinion. And again, it is only an opinion, but I say it seriously, otherwise I wouldn't say it. And would be our best striker. That is no, it's not. No, it is not. But again, football is about opinions. I know you and me both know you have crazy love for Ramazani, and that's fine. So much so that you have criticised the manager's man management, etc., because he didn't play him. That is because you love Ramazani, which I totally get, bro. That's where it's at. I think you're wrong, but you think I'm wrong. I've had this debate with Luke. Sargent, for me, overall game, everything would be our best striker. But again, that is just that's an opinion. And like everybody says, myself included, opinions are like arseholes. We've all got one. You don't have to agree with mine. But I can seriously say it. And I don't think it's a wild take. But again, that is just my opinion. But the rate in which people are willing to nosh off Ramazani is crazy. To me. I think a lot of it is game state. He comes on, he's exciting, he's a good player. 100%, 90 minutes in the Premier League. Let's wait and see. But then again, I don't know if he'll get it. And if we did him, he might go. Can I put this to you though, Matty, right? As an avid Ramazani fan, why has a second-rate Greek team come in for him on loan and no one else? Answer me that question. Genuinely answer me that question, because Sargent was on his way to Wolfsburg. I don't know why that didn't go through, which is a Bundesliga team. Ramazani, admittedly, he scored in the Bernabeu, but Joseph scored 2 against Chelsea. So, let's not forget that. But answer me that question. Why did I don't even know the name. I don't even know the Greek team's name. But if you could tell me why only they came in for him on loan and no one else did, I'll have a conversation. Martin says, they're thinking that Leeds have the players we have inquired about are still available. El Canoe's clause expires Friday and will play tonight, or will he? Lots of time left. We'll see. I don't think it means if he plays, it don't really matter, because Rutter played on the night we sold him, right? You know what I mean? So I'm going to find out why Sargent didn't move to Wolfsburg, because it was all done. So I just want to find out. It might be an injury or something. Why didn't? I'll find that out. Yeah, same. I've said it. I do. Yeah. He would. Oh, okay. Based on available information, Josh Sargent, a forward for Norwich, rejected a move to Wolfsburg despite a reported 21 million deal being closed. That's crazy, isn't it? That someone's in the Bundesliga is ready to play 21 million for him. The primary reason appears to be his personal decision not to return to Germany, where he previously played for Werder Bremen. Maybe he wants to move to the Premier League. Maybe he wants to move to the Premier League. But that's what I'm saying. So just let's say we're having a conversation, right? Ramazani goes on loan to a second-rate Greek team who no one's ever heard of, and Sargent 21 million to Wolfsburg. It's interesting, you know? So just putting it out there as a conversation, that's all. You know, we can have a conversation, can't we? So it's all good. Let's have a look. Maybe you're right. Maybe you are right. But I would ask, why doesn't he play him? You know? I get it. It's a hard sell to the fan base, just like DCL would be, just like anybody would be at this point. I get it. I could say the same about Ewan Aronson last season. He was okay, nothing special. He was overgassed. Right. Just one moment. Well, give me 1 second. Let me just answer this. I could say the same about you. I don't think I overgassed Aronson. I overgassed him at the start of the season. Going into the season, I felt that he would do more than he did. But over the course of the season, he was good. He was pivotal. He was pivotal and was good. If I overgassed him, fair. I'm aware of this, though. I know that. I listen, I don't hide from the fact that I do think certain players are overgassed, and therefore I will say as much. But I also am aware that some people get an unfair shake, and I feel that I back them up more than I probably should. But I'm aware of that, and that's a flaw in my character. I don't hide by that, you know? I said Aronson would cook. Someone asked me yesterday how much G&A Harrison gets. I said 10. This is a private group chat. It was actually Oscar that asked me, because they don't want Harrison. I'm out here on my own. They don't want Sargent. I'm out here on my own. So please know that this isn't for the club or out like that. Or think it's just my opinion. I don't mind Harrison. You know this. I've always said this, people. I'm not coming on here chatting shit to you. And I actually think Sargent's a good footballer. You don't have to agree. You don't have to abuse me for having them opinions either. Do you know what I mean? And if you're constantly looking for bites and that, this season is not the one. Because I'm just removing people. Especially people that talk to me offline, like we're pals, and then come on here and talk shit. You know? They just get removed. Because I'm not doing it. That's what when people come and try stir the pot on that. I'm not speaking on no fucker else unless they speak on me. Is what it is. We move. Do you know what I mean? This season's not going to be the one. I'm telling you that. We could get down by Christmas if we don't add 100%. 100%. Is that how it is? Thessalonica? I don't know. So he pulled out, which makes me think, has he been told we could come? So if Ramazani was put up for sale, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Because when he left the second division in Spain, he came to Leeds in the Championship. Why didn't no one come for him then, Yorkshireman? So by your logic then, why were Leeds the team that got him last season? Just out of interest, answer that question. Danny B, whose opinion I respect a lot. If Sargent was from Brazil and called Sarginho, then with his numbers and attributes, he would be in the Premier League by now. He's a grafter and admittedly tier 2 compared to Muniz, but he's prototype FARC striker. Agreed. I don't know if you agree on him being the best. I think he would be the best fit for us. But Muniz has a better record in the Prem. I would love. Listen, I would sack off Sargent and bring in Mitrovic in a heartbeat. I think it did, mate. Yeah, but it turns out he turned it off. Ginger anti-bias, 100%. I don't agree. I don't agree. And do you know what? I would love Kevin Keegan. I would love Sargent to come in and score the goals to keep us up. Oh, man, I would. Imagine. Listen, because I'm out here on my own. Imagine he came in and scored 20 goals. I'd be like, shush. Mad. They'd be up. Yeah, fair enough, man. 100%. I said that. He's a younger and better Bamford. Not many mins in pre-season. 240 was a bit weird. Ramazani. Yeah, exactly. I don't think the manager fancies him, whether we agree or disagree with that decision. Putting bad performance after bad. No, but I don't think he did put in bad performance after bad performance. I don't. So that, again, is objective. And the running around thing. And the running around thing is... it's underrated, man. That's underrated, bro. It's true, every fan. Of course, man. 100%. This is what it is. And we back up the players we like. Aronson was not... Well, you don't understand football then, Jack. If you don't think it was pivotal. You know, if you don't think it was pivotal. 100%, Jamie. I agree with you, bro. I do agree with you. I'm not getting into a debate about that, bro. I understand that. Sometimes I think people... Yeah, sometimes, bro, they do. That's why I'm trying to put a stop to it. There's a few heads that do it all the time, and I'm aware of them, and just remove them. I get it. But I don't want to change who I am as well. I massively disagree regarding Harrison should be sold today, but that's fine. Agreed with your opinion. Not agreed on that. Yorkshire man Joe disagreed with Farquhar. He's back in Amelia, so your point isn't true. Yeah, don't just go on with that. Can you tell me why you prefer Harrison over Ramazani despite years of opportunities? Okay, so I haven't said that. I haven't said I prefer Harrison over Ramazani. You've just made an assumption there. I never said that. I like Harrison, and I think Ramazani's overgassed. That's all I've said. I haven't said I rate one over the other. I don't know where these years of bad performances are. Because, again, I disagree. He was our most consistent performer in the Premier League over the course of the Premier League. And when you say leaving is like he did, so did every fucker else. And guess what? If they had clauses in the contract, they all would have. It's not his fault. It's not his fault. And because his mum said something, I think people need to get a grip. His mum said, get him out of the club. The way that he's acted since he's returned has been exemplary as well. Going round to the fans after they booed him, which, again, everyone's entitled to. And if I was in the ground, I'd have been annoyed myself. And maybe that's where it's changed, because I'm not. But, yeah. Here's what it is. I know you are, bro. I know you are. Some aren't, though, mate. Some aren't. You know that. Mate, nobody has come in for Ampadu, Pirro, James. Does that mean they are shit? No one has decent come in because he ain't for sale. Well, okay, so if he's been approached by loans and knocking one of them back, I would say he's available, bro. I would say he's available. And how do you know? So Sargent wasn't available because he turned it down. Don't change the goalpost, bro. Don't change the goalpost. I think you're changing the goalpost there. I honestly, Dirty Leeds, again, we've gone down an avenue I probably didn't want to. But what gives you the opinion he would tear it up? Tear it up. Do I think he's more exciting than Harrison? Yes, 100%. But I don't know if you can say he would tear it up. That's a big statement to make. I don't think any of our players tear it up, unfortunately. I think the midfield works really well, but the wingers and strikers that we've got at the minute, they don't tear it up. That's why we need players. You know? Two or three goals in 4, then goals in 15. 2 or 3 goal in 4, then I mean, is that factual? Have you checked that? I'm not just talking G&A as well by the Yorkshireman. We're talking performances. I put a tweet out the other day. To be honest, I haven't looked back at it because obviously, naturally, it was about Jack Harrison, so it was going to get pelters. But I'll just run through some stats for you. During his time in the Premier League from 2020 to 23, he was consistently up there when it came to statistics such as chances created, passes played into the box, dribbles and possession won in the final third. He was always a performer. But that, again, is my opinion. I don't want to go down it anymore. I disagree with, a lot of people's opinions on how good Ramazani is. But, again, let's not go down that. It is what it is. Anyway, Newcastle expected to finalise a deal for Jacob Ramsey today. Talks resumed last night, and Aston Villa midfielder has indicated he wants to join. Confident he'll be a Newcastle player before the weekend. Does that mean they don't go for Bilal El Khanous? Slightly different players, although Jacob Ramsey can play advanced as well. Hand has operated on the left flank, I think, Jacob Ramsey at times. That may help Leeds United in the pursuit of Bilal El Khanous because they now have like Murphy, Willock's injured, so maybe. But let's say the midfield, they got Willock, Ramsey, Tonali, Bruno Guimaraes, and Joe Linton. That's 5. So they may stay away from Bilal El Khanous now. 40 million it is. I think it's going to help. It's going to help Newcastle out and also help them out with their homegrown quota and PSR for Newcastle. So yeah, hopefully that means they move away from Bilal El Khanous. But obviously, we know at the minute, that Eze may be leaving Crystal Palace to either Spurs or Arsenal, which means they may come in for him. You miss young Miley out, Joe. Yes, Lewis Miley as well. Don't forget that. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Because I want to move on from it. But yeah, mate, I'd take Josh Brownhill. I would. Big up Smarty. Says not ask for Harrison, but he'll do a job. Be nice to have snazzy pants winger like. I think people are downplaying Pirro a lot. I think he'll shine this season. What's with the Karcher handle? Oh, it's jet washers, bro. Jet washers. Big up though, Smarty, legend. Good footballer is Smarty. We could do with him actually, to be fair. It's no coincidence that Solomon stuff has come out as soon as we missed a top target or two. It's a Kamara situation. It's easy to do. Leave him there and try shoot for the stars. Yeah, I think so. I think so as well. And look, I think, if I'm honest, I don't want to hear from the club this week that we're still confident in Muniz. Just forget it. Move on. Because we're just gonna get fucked over. So yeah. Who that other target is it DCL? Potentially. Yeah. I mean, at this point, though, I genuinely think the fan base begrudgingly would go, just give me Solomon, Calvert-Lewin, Hamer, Buendia. Do you know what I mean? So we do have to let the club do what they're doing. We do, and hopefully they'll get it right. But I'm expecting another quiet day, which is mad when it's Wednesday and the season starts on Friday. Yeah. So listen, smash me a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, hit that notification bell. I've got a vlog coming out on at 2 p.m. Which I hope you'll like. It's my trip to London. That includes wild Premier League predictions from other Premier League content creators, the likes of Matisse, Don Robbie, Flex, Dave. There's loads, man. There's some good takes in there as well. And if I'm honest, only a few said Leeds would go down. So it'll be interesting. Make sure you watch it. And I'm going to do my Premier League table predictions as well. Get that done today. And then, of course, if anything happens, we'll be live. But I don't think it will be, if I'm honest. Because it's bullshit. When you're reading people's comments, please read the full comment out. I've got you minimized and you stop reading half of it, which means I'm maximizing. Sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. I'll try to do better. Do you know what as well, though? This is mad, though, innit? It's going to be a quiet week, and then... But the season starts on Friday? Mental. This is what I mean. Like, Jannah, I take Hamer and Solomon, Sargent. I'm not convinced. That's what I mean. There's a desperation. When people say I'm being desperate or blah, 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 I have always rated Sargent. You know this. You know what I mean? So it's nothing new there. But I do think there is better players to Hamer and Solomon. There's obviously better strikers as well, but that's not looking good. Because we get turned down by everybody in Italy. Might as well just go to Bundesliga and see what they're saying. Anyway, listen, folks. Enjoy your day. Watch that vlog at 2, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace out. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.